I'm Matt Roselle, Vice Chair, acting as Chair, called a live virtual State Plumbing Board meeting of February 18th, 2021 to order at 9:32 a.m. Debbie, would you like to do the roll call?
Yes, sir. Chairman Travis Argue is excused from the meeting this morning. Matt Roselle, the Vice Chair, who is going to be acting as Chairman for this morning's meeting. Matt Roselle, are you here?
Here.
Thank you. Craig Anderson?
Here.
Corey Fraser?
Here.
Melissa Gett is excused. Molly Keller?
Here.
Jolie Bold? Jolie Bold? Okay, Mr. Chair, I did see him this morning. Let's just give him a few moments, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I saw him as well.
Well, we still have a quorum. If you'd like to go on with the meeting, that would be okay.
Okay, we'll continue. So has everybody had a chance to read through the agenda? And is there any questions on that? Acting Chair Roselle, hearing nothing, rule the agenda in order of business approved. Does anybody have any changes to the draft meeting minutes? Hearing none, I, Acting Chair Roselle, rule the draft meeting minutes of December 17th, 2020 final. And the next date of our State Plumbing Board meeting is April 15th, 2021. And I'd like to ask Tyler Glaze, Policy Analyst, to address public comment items.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. My name is Tyler Glaze, Policy Analyst for the Building Codes Division. I do not believe we have received any general public comment, and I do not believe anyone is connected to give any public comment, but Mr. Chair, you're welcome to ask if anyone is here to provide public comment, but we have not received any in advance.
Okay, is there anybody here that would like to provide public comment? Hearing none, we'll move to the next order of business. Chief Skinner, could you address us with any program updates? Andy, you're muted if...
Virtual meetings. Thank you, Acting Chair Roselle. Members of the board. I've got the pop up here in just a second. Couple things for the record. My name is Andy Skinner. I'm the Plumbing Program Chief for the State of Oregon Building Codes Division. I have several items to update the board on today. First, I would like to do kind of an intro for some new employees that have come on to the enforcement section. There's been some changes there. There was one CCR, which is contested case representative, has left us and has gone into private practice. Welcoming Megan Sackett is a new contested case representative. She comes from us with a diverse background and experience. She's a graduate of Willamette University College of Law and was most recently an adjudicator with the Employment Department. We also have a new investigator, Philip Padilla. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Philip comes to us with 21 years of experience as a law enforcement and was also served in the U.S. Army. And most of those years of law enforcement was done down in California. And I believe we have Megan with us today. If Megan wants to kind of show her face and give a face with a name for everybody. Okay.
Hi there. Virtual meetings are passing it on to me, Andy. I'm Megan. It's nice to meet you guys virtually, and hopefully we'll be able to meet in person here sooner rather than later.
Thank you, Megan. Second, I would like to just communicate, the division is going to be putting on a medical gas course for inspectors with a tentative date of April 20th through the 22nd. This course is the certification course for medical gas inspectors. You need to have a PI, a plumbing inspector's certification for that class as well. It's an 8-hour class and it goes for 3 days. It will be a virtual class. Again, those tentative dates are the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of April. Next, I would like to just kind of give an overview of what the division is working on as we're kind of getting closer to the April 1st adoption date of the 2021 Oregon Plumbing Specialty Code. The division is working on some continuing education, code change training for certified inspectors. So look for that on our website. Again, we're still kind of under construction, if you will, of what that will look like. But stay tuned. We will be providing some training from the division on the new code changes. And hopefully sometime around the 1st of April, that'll be available. Next, I would like to kind of direct everybody. I've shared the board. Hopefully everybody can see that. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, great.
It's pretty small. I don't know if you can enlarge that at all.
Is it? Let me go to view here, go to full screen. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, great. What the board has before them today is our 2021 Oregon Plumbing Specialty Code summary of changes. Kind of labeled it as a matrix. And this document is going to possibly take the place of the 2021 street copy of the code book. Now, as I communicated to the board last time, there's a possibility that we may not have books available right at April 1st of 2021 for the OPSC. So this document will kind of be an interim document that will be available on the website for anybody to download and use kind of as an insert temporarily in their 2017 OPSC. And everything on here is pretty much what's been communicated to the board through what the committee presented for consideration, what we talked about when the board looked at those considerations. It's all the substantive changes with a summary off on the side. There's 11 pages here. I will also be using this document for training purposes as well, but just kind of wanted to give the board a look to see what it is, and when you do log on to the website and you see it, that's what it's going to be for, is kind of an interim document. Is there any questions? That's about all I have today.
Andy, with the training, well, I'm assuming that's all going to be, through GoToMeeting. Will there be signups for that, or how do people register for that?
Again, it's a work in progress, and the division is still kind of working logistically on how we're going to approach that and get it out to everybody. But yeah, it will definitely be a virtual delivery of some sort, based on the current environment we're in. But exactly what that is, we just haven't nailed it down yet.
Okay, thank you. And then I know there's questions of when the new code books are going to be printed. Any estimated date?
No, I know IAPMO is working diligently. We are, as I call it, on the list. they've been affected just like everybody else, and they're working hard to get all the new codes printed for all the jurisdictions and state obligations that they have. I'm hoping not too far past April, but I do not have a date for my AMO at this time.
Okay, thank you. And does anybody else have any questions for Andy? All right, hearing none, I would like to ask Megan Sachet to address the enforcement summary report.
Good morning, Acting Chair Matt Roselle, members of the board. For the record, Megan Sackett, contested case representative for the division. Through the chair, we have agenda item 3B, and before the board are 2 default orders. No action is required by the board. However, I am available if you have any questions.
Anybody have any questions? All right. We'll move forward. We have no, thank you, Megan. We have no new communications, we have no appeals or unfinished business. So we'll move on to item 7. Mr. Glaze, could you introduce and discuss the next item?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. For our continuing education this round, it looks like we only have one application. It is a course from UA Local 290. The committee has recommended it for approval, and I believe I can answer any questions I'm able to, but this is pretty straightforward. This will require a motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Would anyone like to make a motion?
Craig Anderson, through the chair, would be happy to provide that motion. Okay. I, Craig Anderson, a motion to approve the committee recommendations for approval of courses and instructors.
Great, thank you. And we need to do a roll call for that.
Okay, great. I'll see if Joe Leibold is back online right now. Joe? He's actually struggling right now. He sent me some messages. He is locked up. So we'll go on with the vote without him. Molly Keller?
Aye.
Thank you. Corey Fraser?
Aye.
Craig Anderson?
Aye.
And acting as chairman, Matt Roselle.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, the motion passes.
Great, thank you, Debbie. Any other announcements? All right, with that, we will adjourn the meeting at 9:45. Thank you, everybody.